My granddaughter was born.
All right. All right. Who's got some good shit to share? How's everyone's week been?
You have to be brave. Like
I
it's
just
only
Yeah.
became
two of
a
us.
Don't
grandma.
all yell at once. What was that, Melanie?
I just became a grandma this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Woohoo.
yeah. My first grandchild.
Wow.
Yeah,
Have you
And
seen it yet?
you're working through all the vax things, aren't you? You're working through all the child process of grandchildren and parents and
yeah, yeah,
vaccines and
yeah. But it's sad because I don't have any power over them and what they do, and they just go with what the advice is. And yeah, so I'll probably have to miss out on the first 6, 8 weeks because I don't want to take the whooping cough vaccine.
Oh, I
Oh,
Yeah,
so
understand.
you've got to take vaccines to
yeah.
be around the
So
baby. Oh my gosh. Crazy,
yeah,
good
for
man.
whooping cough.
Mm.
But the problem is, like my issue is
same
that
in America.
the problem is that one of the side effects can be seizures. And I live by myself. If a seizure happens, there's nobody there to call for help, and it could be the end of me.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez.
you know,
Don't take any
eh,
vaccines, mate. That's like
no,
so
no, I'm not.
2000s. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
you know what?
yeah,
Children, I've always been taught that when a soul enters a body, honestly, they jump in and out of it for months, maybe even a
yeah,
year. They're in and out of that body, you know? That's where you get Sid death from, when they've just souls just left. Mm.
yeah.
So don't worry. You can be doing
No,
all of
no,
this
no.
in the ether, baby.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to connect and stuff, just, spiritually. And yeah, what do you do? Yeah, it's just, it's a bit hard because, yeah, first of all, they live like in Armadale, which is, like hard to get to from where I am. And, um, and all her family is like really close knit. And so they've already been way more involved in their life for the past so many years. So and they're all injected with COVID and all that crap. And yeah, anyway, I'm the black sheep of the family.
Injected with
Welcome.
No,
COVID. Oh, mate. Oh,
With
aren't we
God.
all? Aren't we
I
all?
think most of us
I
are.
That's why we
say
need each other.
we are the iridescent
The iridescent sheep.
sheep of the. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because we don't fit in. But feel black isn't the correct word. Therefore, I made of it first the rainbow sheep, but since
They stole that
rainbows
rainbow. Jeez.
are connected to those LGBTQ,
Iridescent
I
sheep.
I call it the iridescent sheep.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Sounds good. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
shine.
I
Exactly. We try.
I'm just gonna go out and get my weed so I can have a joint. All right, 1 second, everyone.
I
I,
can't
I,
know.
I'm about to introduce this very new modality that I've thought about this week, which is like have a spliff with Kelly. It's going to be my new healing modality that I'm offering the world. You get a 2 hour conversation and a joint.
Are you going to
Well,
pass it
my,
around? Oh.
my week
Thank
was
you.
quite interesting. I had to come to Barcelona because in the flat of my family um, was water damage already in January, and they already had an inspection from the insurance of our neighbor, which caused the water damage. But they weren't doing anything for our flat. They did everything for the flat beneath us,
Wow.
but nothing in our flat. Therefore, my sister contacted the insurance of our flat, and they wanted to look have an inspection of it, and tomorrow they are going to come again. No, today at 2 o'clock they are coming again, and therefore I was the whole week here. And I don't like it too much in Barcelona. But it
Barcelona.
gave me the chance to get some stuff which I want to do, which I need for my new project, to make a little jewelry with stones, which I found on the beach, and therefore it was very nice to be here, because here are those kinds of shops where I can get those things. And as I came home from one of those adventures down in the city, there came a lady after me into the building, which is a quite big building with many neighbors. I don't know most of them. And she came in dancing with music and clapping, and I thought, okay, what's this
Good.
there going on? And then
Energy.
she came over, where are you going? Where are you from? And I said, I live here.
Nice.
And then she embraced me and gave me a kiss on the cheek.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
good
older
vibes,
than
man.
Awesome.
me. That was so cute and unexpected, and oh, what's going on? I thought it might be a cause of the attraction of the good things.
Yeah, man. Positive charge, putting out good vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah, like attracts like. Well done. Nice
I just
sunset,
showed you all the
Kelly.
shunts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think
I have to go and
no
have a
worries,
quick look.
team. I showed you the sunset. Yeah, that's a good vibe story, man. I've got one good vibe story, but keep going. Who else? What else? Good vibes. Share them. What's happened? Oh, Eddie, mate, you're muted, man. You're muted.
Sorry, I pressed the one on my picture. See how easily confused I am? Anywho, yes, because we're still here in daylight savings, I've got all this construction work happening that starts
Yep.
at 7:30 in the morning, so that's why I sometimes chill in and chill out. But anyway, all
Yeah,
finished this weekend.
good time
So
to
what's
work
been
on
happening?
blocking out the outside world, Eddie. Ooh,
What's
just
been
create your little
happening?
bubble.
Well, it's hard with their drilling through bricks
Ah,
Oh,
that's a
yes.
nice
to
noise.
meditate to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it,
Or
mate. I believe in you,
passing
Eddie.
bricks.
You've got this.
It's what?
You could try to keep up with it. So say one thing of gratitude for every noisy drill hole you hear. Oh,
Anyway, I want to
oh,
hear,
my
Kelly,
int
what's your revelation? And Mercy, I love your energy. It's gorgeous.
my
Yeah. Okay.
um
Tell us your story.
well, look, I team have had an up and down week. Yep, I've had an up and down week this week. I found it hard to keep my gratitude with feeling behind it. I found it hard to stay focused and excited about my clarity vision. I found it difficult this week. And there's been a bit of stuff going on in my family, but Yeah, I mean, I have found for myself because I have a disposition towards getting grumpy. You guys know that. I talk about it often. Just about the fact that we're, enslaved on a prison, in a prison and poisoned. I don't know how you guys don't get grumpy and don't chain smoke. I don't even know. Anyway, so I found that the practice this week has been really excellent to keep my head from going under zero. You know what I mean? Like, so I haven't been up at 10, but I haven't got to -1. So it's kept me sort of like at the sort of, all right, it's not amazing, but it's not shit yet. So like this is good for me. This is a good level. And I found that getting up every single day and doing this, no matter what my state of mind is, I'm hooked. I'm in. I just like this reminds me of my younger days when I was full of energy and enthusiasm and just goddamn ignorance and just loving the life out of God and saving the world and and all that energy that ran through us when we were young, when there was a movement afoot and there was a thing to fight for and all those things. And everything was so exciting, all the new modalities and all the new exploration and all the new plans. Um, so for me, like now almost in my 50s, that's been a really excellent reminder and a very stabilizing practice. So it's not like I'm emitting the highest vibes on the planet yet, but I'm stable, and that's good. That's a good level for me. Um, but we did have a cool thing happen. So when last weekend, or the weekend before, we went for a random meeting with a group called TASA,
Oh, yes, that was
who
good.
yeah who found us, or we've been crossing paths. They're a really brilliant group of people that have just like basically taken back the legal system and done it really smart, and they teach and fantastic group of people. Really love them. You guys are all going to really love them and get so much wisdom out of what they've put together, like really amazing. And yeah, and so they told us that they were planning to host their next camp out or their next big gathering at the Jolly Swag Tour
Yeah,
event. So
going to
that was
invade us. It's a
they're going to
planned
invade us,
invasion. Yeah.
which is fantastic because it means for everyone who makes it. And Edwina, I don't care if you don't like camping, mate. It's just like not optional. So
That
just
was
know
from
that.
Paula. That was from Paula.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I didn't
You're
say
all
that.
fucking coming. I don't care what everyone's excuses are. You're all coming. So, because we have realized that
Just
the
get the bed
reason
ready.
reason time is speeding up beyond an uncomfortable level right now is because we're in a tightening time loop based on algorithms, and we're not forming physical memories anymore. And it's the physical
Oh,
memories that store parts of your brain that give you time. And it's how you slow time down. So everyone is online and like racing algorithms now. They're not doing much physically. So that's just another reason why
mm.
we're going to force you all to come to a weekend with us in the bush.
And no
But we'll
tech.
talk about that later. So
Yeah,
for
so,
so for me, it was excellent. Sorry, Campbell. I'm
and we
almost
built a
finished now.
bearer
Almost
today.
finished.
We started the stage.
We
So you
did.
all have to come and see our hand-built stage.
We
I would
did.
love to, but from Spain to Australia, it's already a huge gap.
Yes,
And
You
we
can do
know.
it.
then to come to where you are, I don't have a driving license.
Oh,
I'm
neither
not
do I.
licentious.
We know the people. You can drive without a license.
That's right.
It's
We were
all
trying to get rid
good.
of our driver's licenses.
I
But
haven't had one
hey,
in years.
you might as well put it on your clarity of vision moment. Just
Exactly.
chuck it in there, mate. Chuck it in there. Come to
I
Tartary
already did.
Strait in
You might
Australia.
just get
And another
money in the
cool
mail.
thing happened to me uh, with a telephone company I'm with. Uh, um, I had a few upgrades and they gave me bonuses.
Well,
And
that's a
one
good
of them
sign.
was a free mobile phone.
Well,
Nice. There you go.
DC.
And
Any
it
word?
will come anytime soon. They said it was already in in delivery,
Nice.
and perhaps it's going to ring soon, and I
Well,
will have
Eddie,
to get it.
Well, we got the same. Like we've had internet issues, and we've got my internet, my Elon Musk internet out of the container, but we couldn't find. But no, that's not the story. But
no, the
like the
story
last
starts
time
with
I cut it off, like
$500.
they charged me like when I was traveling, they didn't turn it off, and they tried to charge me for like 3 months, like $400 or something. And so I'm like, I'm not paying that. And then I got this random email just saying, oh, if you want to join, just join back up again. No money. Like it was very strange. So there you go. I wiped $400 debt somehow.
So we said yes.
So
We'll
we
take
said
it.
yes. We're
We'll take it,
on.
universe.
Join me up.
Yes, give us
Give
our
me
Starlink
internet.
back.
And then we couldn't
Yeah.
find the cord, so that costs a little bit.
Do you know that I went through a phase in my life where whenever I went, this is before I was like an organic
How
farm
did you
eater,
hunt?
but I would always go into the grocery store and I would always buy the things that were on special because of the labeling. Like anytime I saw the word special, I was like, all right, that's good for me. Like that's been labeled, man. Special. So that's how I
It's
shopped for
special.
years at the supermarket. So yeah, I just
Not on
bought the
special, it's
specials
just
and
special. Oh, the special
it's
rice.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into the supermarket and just look for the special things, like they're all there. And and it reminds me of your story, Marcy, with the upgrade, like all those words upgrade, special, bonus, free. They're all the words we're looking for and
Upgrade.
expecting. We're expecting all those words, right, team?
Yeah, I'm expecting an upgrade next time I travel. Someone's going to tap me on the shoulder and upgrade me to first class.
Have you got it? Are you doing clarity of vision on that one?
I am. I've decided it's happening. No more
Yeah.
economy for me.
Nah. Yep,
It's
true.
gosh.
True that.
Are you going to America soon, Campbell?
No,
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 not to Florida with Lorenzo?
no,
Or...
no, no. I'm not doing that now.
He's
Okay.
stuck in the
So
mud, man. He's stuck in the mud.
I am stuck in the mud around here. Yeah, so no, we're still deciding, but I'll probably be going September-ish, October overseas to Europe again. That's the plan. Who knows what's going to happen in this crazy year though, so I'm just riding the wave.
And time's got all fucked.
Are
Are
you
you
going
guys
to
getting a
visit
bit?
Martin Liedke?
Yes. Well, yes. Well, I don't know. Maybe a little birdie told me that yeah, we might be bringing him out here.
Yeah, we thought we'd bring
Oh.
it to Australia.
Yeah, we thought we'd bring
He
some.
already said he can't see him going to Australia.
Yeah, well, that's you
Yeah,
never
no,
know.
I spent
Who's got the biggest dream?
Well,
a
he
couple of
mentioned
weeks
it
with
the other
Martin in
night on his
America.
video.
Oh,
Bring
sorry.
him to your camping grounds.
Oh, everyone's talking. What's
Sorry.
going on?
Well, it just comes down to the biggest dream, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Martin will come with the right like carrot.
yes. Yeah, he'll come. He likes traveling. As long as we pay his bills, he'll be he'll be in.
And turn up with
It's
a
free.
garbage bag full of bud for him.
Man, as long as
Hey,
I don't have to
Martin.
spend another 3 days locked in a van with him, then I might make it to my next birthday. Oh, that seriously nearly killed me. That dude. Oh my God. That was
Yep.
crazy. You've probably not
He's
seen the
like,
video.
I'm a microdoser compared to Martin Ledke. I just tell you that.
He's a
team.
macro doser for sure, man.
Oh man, macro. That boy's macro.
Like it's like insanely crazy macro. But oh my gosh.
All right, come
He's
on.
a fun man. He's good boy.
Joe, mate, how you going?
Who else? Yeah, who was talking?
Say
Sandy,
hi.
did you say something?
I'm introducing
I
Joe.
was just
Oh,
saying
you're
that
introducing
Sandy?
Joe.
Yep,
Oh,
Sandy. Yep.
I
Oh,
was
now
just saying you
see.
can invite Martin to your camping grounds.
Oh yes, that's the plan, mate.
But yeah, I'll let Joe go. Sorry.
all right.
I'm on my phone. I've just worked out how to unmute me. Okay,
Oh,
great. Hello,
okay.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I've had some big things happen and some major exhaustion, like earlier in the week, Monday, Tuesday, just really tired and headaches. And there was one day, like I tuned in at 6:30 and I couldn't even bring myself to do the breath work. I just listened, I just let it play, but that's passed, thankfully, and I'm back to feeling energetic again. Something huge that I've taken action on. When I was younger, I used to work in the horse racing industry, and then the last few years, when I've started to wake up and stuff, like I've despised the industry, and I worked with rescued racehorses. And the last 2 weeks, like out of the blue, I don't know how this came about, but I applied for a job in a racing stable that's just 15 minutes from me. Like, I needed work. I could have got a job in finance because I've just left a relationship and whatnot, living in a caravan at my niece's place. And I've been back there with the horses I've lost the judgment of the industry, and I really believe I can help just by being there because I'm working on my telepathic communication with
Yes.
trees
Nice.
and animals.
Yes.
And not working on it, peeling away the layers of conditioning so that I can remember that skill.
Well, at least it's not illegal to talk to horses.
Yeah, I won't be I don't tell anyone. I don't say. Yeah, it just looks like I'm standing there watching them being
Horse
lazy.
That's so
whisperer.
cool. That's cool. The horse whisperer.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
And
awesome.
yeah, and it's really frustrating me that I feel like I haven't quite got the skill yet. I'm on the path and I'm getting close. Like, I want to be the interpreter between the horse and the human so that we can help the horses with
Nice.
what they really need.
Animal
So,
interpreters. That's a great idea.
So another amazing synchronicity. I never thought I'd ever do plant medicine, ayahuasca, and I actually met the guy at a party who's a local who does them here, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'll come along for one night." And next thing, he's a spot in his 6-day retreat that's been booked out for 8 months has opened
Brilliant.
up, and I just
Excellent.
put my hand up and
Wow. Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
Joe, you know what's going on there, right? The universe is conspiring right now to take you on a plant medicine journey so you can find the modality that you can actually teach yourself how to talk directly to horses. Like, that's how you've got to position your whole six days. Like, take it out. The plant medicine wants you to do something like that. Like, ask the plant medicine, how do I get to the point where it's a totally telepathic relationship and I can speak to animals? Like, that's got to go into your clarity, man. Like, build it up. Like, you've got to imagine it. You've got to create it. You've got to imagine, dream it bigger and bigger and bigger. All the most, like, I mean, hello, for you to get a spot and it's 6 days and it's going to be a journey. And like, you've got one passion right now running through your veins is to be able to communicate to. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and there's a really cool video. Somehow I may share it. If anybody has heard of Anna Brayenbach, she's South African.
I
And
have.
there's
I think I've
Amazing.
heard that name. Yeah.
Amazing.
the Black Panther video.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so
I was actually thinking
heartwarming.
about her when you were talking, and that
Yeah.
you should go and do a course with her.
Yeah, that's really cool. I can share that in the WhatsApp group,
Yeah.
can't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Sure. Do
beautiful.
that.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I watch a Steve Young Horsemanship. He is wonderful with horses who have difficulties to respect the spaces of their holders, and he does it in a way. And even with a llama, he did it recently. And they respect his and it's so amazing. I'm sure he does also telepathically do something, but it's also to watch the feet of the horse and to tell him to back away when he comes too close to you, because they're big animals. They run you over if they don't respect you. And He is wonderful. He's British.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've done it's called the trust technique as well, really. I mean, it's so similar to children, but it's all about who we are when we step into their space.
Mm.
Number one. Yeah.
And
How much?
what
Yeah.
Steve said, never to clap a horse, only to stroke it, because they interpret the clapping differently as we may do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, learning their language. That's it.
Exactly.
And you know
Interpreter.
what? Like the magic to all of this is that as your ability to go into the horse's space is going to be equal to your ability to know you. So
Yeah.
for you to go in clear about who you are and what your service is will open up a much quicker pathway to being able to enter the horse's energetic field.
Yeah.
Like they are symbiotic. That's like it gets bigger as you get bigger. The space gets bigger as you get bigger.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is so strong for me that there is this void that I need to fill of how may I serve, that I left a relationship where like I love the man and he was looking after me, and most women would think I'm crazy for leaving the relationship, but this, how may I serve? What is my gift? And that's the number one driver for me at the moment.
That's cool, man.
You
Like we
bring up
found
an
out during the week
excellent point,
too.
Joe. I was actually going to ask
Oh,
everyone tonight if
oh,
they
I'm
believe that
lagging.
they know what their true purpose is. Or maybe I'm lagging.
Maybe I'm lagging. I was just going to say we had a chat with some friends and they were talking about the council. The council here now wants to charge you money if you've got animals on your property. So someone they knew wrote back to the council and said, "Yes, I've got unicorns." And apparently the council actually sent him a bill for having unicorns. So we're thinking we might try it out here with llamacorns. Tell them we're raising a herd of llamacorns, get it in writing.
Yeah, because on the farms you have to pay a tax. You have to register every animal that you
Yeah.
have and your tax for it. But if you don't have any animals, you still have to pay a tax. So he said, well, fuck it. If I have to pay a tax, I'm going to register unicorns. His was as a joke, but as soon as we heard it, I was like, fucking, I am registering llamacorns. I am registering llamacorns, and my friend's like, I'm going to register a Pegasus. I'm going to register the Pegasus. And to have it in writing on a bill, that's fucking manifestation right there. That's
Yeah,
bringing
man.
things down to this reality, baby. To actually have
Real.
Kyogle Shire, 12 llamacorns, $348. I'm paying for them to be here now. They're obliged to turn up.
Yeah. Brilliant.
But I am interested, everyone. Like, tell me, do you guys know your true purpose and what your true service is? Because this is the bane of my fucking life. And this is the one that keeps me oscillating from 0 to 10. I wanted to ask the group because I've struggled with that and I still struggle with that.
I struggle.
Do you know what? I've come to the conclusion that the true purpose, that there's, for me, I feel like there might be layers to it. And for years, I was kind of looking at like externally or how I'm going to help save the world. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that, and it might change down the track, that for now, my true purpose is to go inwards and really know myself and just keep expressing more and more and more of my authentic self. And by following that path, it's kind of revealing changes in the work I do, changes in where I'm living. So instead of like for years, I kind of had this, oh, I have to create some business or something that's going to like wake everyone up and teach them everything that I've learned. And it was like, but my own life was a bit of a shit show. And so it's like, how can I freaking help anyone? Well, there's a mess.
So I don't know. For me, I'm kind of this theme of going in, and the more and more in, the more pieces I find and put together that then can express outwards. And I had another epiphany about that during the week, because I have to admit, I've been faking gratitude for probably 15 years.
Oh my God,
It's
15
hard to
years.
get to.
Well, at least you're not a quitter.
Yeah, well, I have a freaking gratitude journal. Like I'm a journaler and a writer, and I have gratitude journals, and I've tried all these different methods. And I think it was last week, I felt gratitude during this practice on such a deep level for probably the first time myself, for first time ever. And you know what I had gratitude for? Myself. I went, it was going in and having, and I felt, instead of going, I have gratitude for the birds and my cup of tea and all the external, I felt this insane gratitude for Liz and the life that I'm experiencing through her. And so I don't know. So coming back to that whole purpose thing, I'm starting to wonder if it's just as simple as being the most authentic expression of what you are. And is this just a journey of discovering who and what Liz is in this time?
Yeah.
Is that it? And the rest will come if you follow that path. I don't know. And so for me, the core aspects of that I've found through looking at archetypes, which is the sage and the creator. So it's the seeker, the truth seeker, the learner, constant learner, learning, teaching, and then creating and making and expressing myself through creation. And so I find the more I follow that as a theme, the more aligned and on purpose I feel.
I
love
that.
I love that.
Yeah, man, the way out is in.
Yeah.
I had a similar conversation with, and beautifully said, Liz, sorry. When I went to Uluru for the solstice with the Cosmic Consciousness Conference, and I was speaking to someone and who is, in tune with all of this stuff. And I said, I just want to find my purpose, like I just don't know. And she said, Edwina, you're here just to be Edwina.
Yes,
and there's this part of you that thinks, oh my God, but I think I need to be like doing more, like.
Yes, me too. And I'm doing astrology. I hobby-wise, at first, I would like to do more with it. And in the charts, you can see your purposes. In I see I'm here to deconstruct the construct because of the opposition of some planets and to heal those wounds from the construct. But how? I don't know how.
By being you. By being, like, I think there is a bigger thing, but when you chase, because I've got glimpses of it, I know that there's other things, but when I chase them, they're out of reach. And it's like, how do I do it? But I think you do it by going in and becoming more immersed, and then the deconstructing the construct will happen through that.
And we don't understand that. We don't realize our own power.
No.
You just smiling at the checkout chick and having a conversation, or the person in the car next to you, you've got no idea the power of that.
Yeah.
True.
You just
little things that can be massive, right?
Finally, you don't know if that person in the car next to you is having a shittiest day ever. And just by smiling at them has done something.
Yeah, you've charged them with positive energy, mate. That's what you've done. You've charged them.
Yeah.
No, and you see them as well, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just want to be seen, right? Like when
And
you're
I
young
drive
kids.
with no anger anymore. Like if people cut me off, I go, oh, well, clearly they're in a hurry.
Man, I used to be so
Or
bad, but
I
I'm
know,
good now.
and then I get stuck and someone changes lanes. I go, well, I've done that before,
Mm.
like, so there's
I
no
love that.
hurry to, yeah.
I mean, the presentation, Liz, is very divine feminine. That's such a divine feminine journey because you're following the inward journey, the journey to authenticity. That's the feminine path.
But
You know,
that comes after 30 years in construction,
yeah.
in corporate land, in government, in universities, in the most masculine environments where it was like constantly trying to find it on the outer, and I've like completely like flipped. And so to me I then think it will be then coming back into balance to hold both those energies.
I
I've just
love that.
noticed I'm the only man here
Mm.
feeling
I know.
outnumbered.
Yeah.
Where's the
We need
wizard?
to get some more men involved. Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
where is the
there's one
wizard?
next to
Jeez.
me.
Oh, come on, show yourself.
There's one next to me.
Oh, I did
I
before.
knew
Oh,
Sandy had
hello.
one.
Speak up. Hello.
He
Yeah,
Okay,
he
we can
sets
see your
everything up for me in the
shadowy
morning.
figure in the
I'm the
Ah.
background.
blurred out dude, the green blob.
All
He
right.
turns all this on. He sets all this up for me in the morning while I'm still in bed.
Oh, yeah,
And
he's
I
your
get up, quickly make a cup of tea.
Yeah, she's using my laptop, so I have to
But
sit here and play
yeah,
games.
You got
my
no
laptop
choice.
my laptop can't do Zoom. So
So,
yeah, so he the only bit of get your shit together hour that Dave does is I've got him to start doing the meditation at the end. I've
oh,
gone, come
cool.
on, at least do the
Yeah, I've
meditation.
had 2 sleeps now.
Yeah, he's asleep.
are you how are you? Sorry, what was your name? Green blob in the background?
Yeah, Dave.
Oh, that's Dave.
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 So how are you finding it, Dave? Doing it,
He
being
sleeps
dragged
through
in?
half.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a funny place at the moment, so that's
Sounds
why it's
forgetting.
difficult for me to I'll take my goggles off. It's
Mate.
difficult for me. Here he is.
Hello.
Oh, I can't. Hang on, I'll put my glasses on. I can see a bit better.
Yeah, I know, mate. I'm with you. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's better. Yeah, no.
He's got his Dudism t-shirt on.
Oh yeah, my Dudism
From,
t-shirt from the Big Lebowski, not the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, the Big
the Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski t-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Oh,
there
good
we
on
go.
you, mate. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, how have I found it? I don't like doing journaling and all that kind of stuff. I have done it before, when my marriage ended, which was, I got a lot out of it. I've done the meditation. I've done a few years of yoga and so on that led to me doing meditation. So I can do all that, but at the moment, I don't really feel inclined to do it. But I am looking at getting back into doing yoga and boxing again. So maybe that I'm hoping that with starting yoga, that it'll lead me more to getting back into it all
So
again.
join the Get Your Shit Together hour.
Yeah.
Shit together.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll have twins. We can just sit there together. We can, maybe just blur together into one merge, and we can be an orange and a green blob.
Well, you're certainly helping Sandy get her shit together by setting her up every morning,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
He's been getting up before Get Your Shit Together hour came. I
Oh,
was struggling to get up before 9 o'clock.
wow.
So I reached the point where I hit burnout basically. I was getting depressed. I was listening to you guys. I was listening to some astrologers I listened to that reminded me, okay, all this energy is going around and everyone's going through shit. But yeah, the past year at least, like Dave actually, do you want me to share that or not really, your health thing?
Oh, it's
So
up to you. It
Dave
doesn't
was
bother me.
diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer that went to his bones at the beginning of last year.
So I've been
So-
awarded disability now, so I'm off Centrelink and on disability, so I don't have to look for work.
Excellent.
Woohoo!
So he
So I don't have to pay the government taxes.
Excellent.
But the good thing
Yeah.
is he's on one tablet from the thing. He had to do a bit of radiation therapy because it was in a bad way. But they did the big cell of the big C word, the big C, and And we're like, no, 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 I'm not going there. You'll end up dying if you do. So you know, he's really
Awesome.
jumped on board. Like he'll ask me in the morning, do you want veggies for breakfast? Because he'll start, we'll do smoothies, they're completely organic and everything, the rest of it. But yeah, shortly after Dave started stabilizing, my parents desperately needed my aged care support. So I've been on board doing most of that. And one of the last, I had a recent sibling meeting, Zoom meeting on Monday, and I used the Get Shit Together hour to journal, being able to communicate and express, because I've been trying to get them on board to help more. So, and I've got autoimmune shit going on too. So all this stuff was going on, and the past year just really wrecked me. I kind of lost, I had a few goals in my own life and just had to put all that in the back burner. So now I feel, since day one, I just feel pumped. There was one day that I started doing the breathing, and I thought, oh, I'm too sleepy. So I said to Dave, leave the volume on. I'm gonna lie down in bed, and I was visualizing, I recognized where the music was going, and I was visualizing the gratitude, the visual, creativity and everything, and the meditation, and that worked really well. So I thought maybe I can do that once a week, jump back in bed, have you guys playing for an hour. So I've got to get my mojo back with my own, because I was a singer, part-time, doing a few different projects and in the healing and everything, but I just felt smashed the last year. So this is getting my mojo back. This is
Cool.
really,
Are you coming to the Jolly
really giving
Swag
me a
tour?
reason to get up in the morning. Sorry.
Are you coming to the Jolly Swag tour? Because we're looking for
Oh,
entertainment.
yeah,
If you want to
love
get
to.
up
We'd
and belt
love
out a
to,
few
but
tunes.
we have to see where we're going. We're on the peninsula down in Victoria, and we're
Yeah,
actually
a block away from the
temporary.
beach, so it's it's a bit of a
Actually,
shame.
it's a great spot, but we're in a tiny little holiday house my family have owned for years. Um, every week we go and stay at my parents' place for a couple of nights to help them out. But we've got friends who recently moved to Bean Creek, which is about half an hour north of you guys.
Oh, get fucked, mate.
And when you mentioned Taza, I thought, shit, we're going to give Jeff a call and say, hey, did you meet anyone called Jeff and he's got a Japanese wife? Because they may go to their meetings because they're all in that kind of
So that's up in
group. But anyway,
that's up in Queensland, right? The sunny coast.
no, the Taza you mentioned before that you
Yeah,
went
the group.
you met up with the Taza guys. So are they in Queen?
Yeah, the
They're
ones
all
we've
over.
met, they're up near
Yeah,
Mullaney. Yeah, Sunshine Coast.
But
because
they're
he's
around. There's some of the
trying.
Northern
Yeah,
Rivers
And
and the
they're in
Brisbane.
Victoria. They're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
infiltrating the
yeah.
system. Yeah.
Because we were living in the, like, a couple of years ago, like from 2020 for a couple of years we moved out country to Stawell near the Grampians, and we started catching up with people through Sand in the Park there. So that kind of got us, because when we first moved there, we thought, shit, everyone's paranoid here. This is bad. We're in a really bad spot. And then we found the Stand in the Park group, and we still keep in touch with them. So we've been
Cool.
doing a lot of online and I'm looking at Taza through, what's the other thing? The other website. Anyway,
Know your rights.
but know your rights as well. Yeah. So we got onto a group of people who are getting right into that legalese talk.
Yeah,
It's
man.
cool. It's cool.
It is.
And I haven't looked at it for the past couple of years because of all the shit that's been going on. So it is cool. Yeah. So I've got that on. And the great thing is, since doing this as well, I just went and renewed my license and I signed it, all rights reserved. And
Excellent.
I was standing there going, shit, are they going to say something? Am I, and I thought I better be prepared to know what to say. And they just looked at my signature and didn't say anything. And I thought, "Phew, thank God." I walked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Mate,
just
it
arrived
takes
in
Most
the
of the
next
courage.
day.
yeah,
It
most
takes
of the people you
courage.
come in
So
contact
yeah,
with don't really know. It's the police are the hard nuts, but yeah, I mean that their
yeah. Well, I'm
website.
gonna
I've
have
got to
to revise.
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have to get on and share their website, but I had issues. I have to check it again. But it's like $12 a year, and they've got all the forms you need. You can just print off and fill them out and send them in and declare to the government that you have been found. You're not lost at sea. You're not dead. You're alive, human. Living human.
yeah.
And yeah, man. And then you can get a little card and drive without a license.
Is that the Tarza one? What's the name of the guy that runs that?
Ah,
I don't even remember
what was
now.
his name?
Um,
Mookie?
Mookie.
Ah,
Yes, yes,
Mookie.
yes,
Yes, that's
yes,
him.
yes.
Mookie.
yeah,
Yes.
Mookie.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good
So
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to get back onto that website. Yeah.
Well, Sandy,
So
that's
well, thank
incredible
you.
that this is helping, like, to focus you like it is me and to have that morning, all right, discipline. Like, it's excellent to hear that it's had
Yeah,
a big, like, impact for you, as in it's like me, it's getting you back on the level zero, just back
yeah,
so you're equalized again.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Get in with the
Exactly.
crap.
Yeah.
and obviously I have to ask, have you been down the parasite pathway with the cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, well, with the cleansing that we did, so the
Not the
not
parasite
not I've got
fasting.
no, I haven't done that, but I know of it. I've got bags of stuff for to help down that path, but we're also working with the naturopath, and she said that, well, things are going well with you, so yeah, let's stick to what you're doing. So
She specializes in
yeah,
oncology
oncology. So
and
basically, keep going the way I'm going because it's working, and if there is a need to do it down the line, then we can go down that path. But
Yeah.
generally, yeah, it's just everything's organic, and I'm allowed to have a coffee now. So, but I've got to be. That's yeah. I could feel sometimes instead of having one a week, I feel like having more. So, and the addictiveness of that is pretty profound. So I've really got to be careful there. But generally, yeah, no, everything's going really, really well.
I
You
heard.
know, so we're just over 12 months into it. Um, and I'm just doing it basically my way. So, um,
Perfect.
you know,
I
we'll
heard
see the results
yeah.
soon.
ivermectin and fenbendazole
Yeah,
is
parasite.
Yeah,
the
we've heard of
Yes,
way.
all those, but
yes.
yeah, no, we're not taking any of those. But yeah, it's more just all the supplements, supplements like 14. What is it? No, there's 12 supplements I take in the morning.
Mushroom and
Yeah, 5 kinds of
Oh,
all
mushrooms and
that.
all
yes,
sorts of stuff.
We're
lion's
lucky we've
mane.
got a few
Mhm.
naturopath friends too. And I studied nutritional medicine years ago with a bunch of naturopaths.
Cool,
It was
man.
just before
But
the schools changed to, how they've got naturopaths now going
No,
by,
naturopaths.
like they've even got some naturopaths who recommend getting jabbed.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
also,
absolutely.
yeah,
that's the
also
way.
We
because I
can say
studied
we can say vaccine
kinesiology.
on here, by the way, too. Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe not.
Oh, can we?
Yeah,
Not if we're going to
No,
upload
go
it
on.
anywhere.
yeah,
I'm
but
used to not saying it.
yeah,
I know.
I avoid them.
We use bee sting.
Yeah, but yeah, because I studied kinesiology a number of years ago, so I'm aware of the
Nice.
the
Pathways.
energy and well, gee, it's fascinating how it works. But it's just more the first thing that I got was okay, well, I've got to look at the attitude first because the attitude, you got your energy aspect which forms the attitude, and then you've got the attitude into the emotions, and the emotions go into the physical aspect. So by working on the attitude and then also the emotions, because with prostatic cancer, it's all around your sacral chakra, which is to do with relationships. So yeah, just delving
What's
into okay,
sacred?
what are the relationships around this, and bang, yeah, out came the tears. So that was a major part of it, I think initially, which a lot of people don't go through, and because they're still got the same attitudes, they still got the same, they haven't dealt with their emotion. And yeah, I think that's where a lot of them hole up. But then again, I've been told that prostate cancer is probably, if you're going to have it, it's probably a better one to have, because
Yeah, but he's went to the bones. That
that's
was
not
the
so
issue.
good.
But
Yeah,
it's improving. He's got some good
but I've got
news.
supplements in relation to that, so to fill in the hole.
He's on board.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
Well, we went and
So,
saw a
yeah.
kinesiologist a few weeks ago, and we're going back. He was really good.
yeah,
Hadn't been
yeah,
before,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I've got to say,
Yeah.
Dave, you definitely sound like you've got your shit together, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
probably why you don't need to do the thing yet.
well, I still think it helps. It can still help, but
Might eventually.
yeah,
Eventually.
yeah,
Hey,
Yeah,
Dave's
gotta keep
one of
working on
Dave's
changes.
teachers was in Mawullumba.
Oh, cool. Yep. That's
Yeah.
close by.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, he's phenomenal what he does. Yeah, what he's still creating new courses and so on, and works with naturopaths. So he's got his naturopathic courses as well, and yeah, nutritional stuff. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Very cool,
What kind of
man. Well,
kinesiology session, like, did you
It
guys
was
have?
just it was just like an intro. We've only had one so far for 2 hours, and he just obviously I got him to look at my arm, and he was working on that, and Kelly just sort of went because she was told to, I think, and I'm not sure what her experience was, but yeah, he was really good. He was just for me all about trying to unlock muscles and get things flowing, and yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it was really good,
he was fantastic.
yeah,
He was a master.
Yeah.
and he was only a young
Okay.
guy too.
Yeah, he was 26.
Yeah, yeah.
Young hippie.
Oh,
Wow.
good on him.
Mm.
Because you've got this thing called muscle reactivity. So you can have when you got ropey muscles, you can run your fingers across a muscle and it feels like a rope. So
Yeah.
that muscle is carrying too much energy and it's taking energy away from another muscle within the body. And so you want to try and balance them out. So, you're like, you could be the ropey muscle or the bully muscle could be in your arm, but the one that is taking energy from could be in your toe, all this sort of thing. It could be anywhere in the body. It's really nuts.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
there's always the emotional aspect behind it as well.
Yeah, it was good how he
What
keeps
happened to
asking
your arm?
your body when he asks questions, and he does the muscle testing and
Yeah,
gets an answer from your body. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
It
Yeah.
is, man. It's all
So I'd still like
connected,
to
right?
get back into doing. I wouldn't mind doing it, but where we are, we just got nowhere to set the table up.
Yeah, it's a tiny tiny home.
It's a
Tiny
it's a
home.
shack. Yeah,
Gotta
50 shack, 60
manifest a
shack.
hippie
Yeah.
shack.
So we
Yeah.
should come up, but we'll see where we're at that time of year.
Well, we're changing
I'd
the
love to
dates
come up.
anyway. We're changing the dates, so it will
Yeah,
probably be
yeah.
perfect time.
Yes, and that's like
Yeah.
when
You're
we came
changing
up
the
here,
dates?
like we looked at the
We
weather
have to
and
change them.
it said what 100% chance of rain every day for 10 days. And we're like, oh, great,
Yeah.
we've got to go build in the rain. And so far, we've only,
Well,
what have we
Bill-
had?
Bill-
5. We've had like today, no rain. We've got a sunny weekend. We had 2 sunny days last week. So I'm taking that as a manifestation.
Yeah, maybe the stage might become a raft.
Yeah,
well,
exactly right.
it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be good.
We'll tie it down just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so thanks so much, you guys, for sharing. All of that was excellent to hear, and useful. Like it reminds me about that. It reminds me about which parts of your body are struggling or doing weird things. Because I've had this weird, like some weird, very subtle sort of ache in a weird place around here. And yeah, I mean, it's good to be reminded that that's an emotional imbalance, that there's something there that hasn't been expressed, that you haven't spoken it, and that it hasn't been rebalanced. So I'm going to take that and look at that this week. I'm also going to steal Liz's idea, and I think this week we should all do it, of actually doing gratitude for ourselves. I think that's profound. I think it will have a profound impact on everyone. And when you get to a true state of gratitude, you cry. That's basically how you know you actually got to gratitude.
Yes, that's where I got to, where I went, yeah, that wasn't fake anymore. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna get in on that concept. I love it. So
And
thanks for
I think
offering.
what it was looking at myself from the third person, like an observer of who is this person, Liz, and like the amazing things, the resilience and the strength and the perseverance to just get up and keep going. It was kind of looking at myself from the outside with a different set of eyes. And it was like, wow, rather than that internal looking out from yourself. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the techniques I used to do when I was training my psychic abilities, and we would do these sessions where we tune into someone's current reality. And the technique that they trained us in was to get yourself, before you start to offer your service, and you actually imagine holding yourself as a baby and looking at you as a baby. And like actually like it's like loving this little innocent, beautiful thing in your arms. It's you, and that they're staring back at what they're going to become. And that sort of cyclic consciousness and thinking about that, it also gets you to a state of gratitude about yourself.
That's so cute. Wow. And also to you, Liz, I also thought of the saying, fake it till you make it. Therefore, it's not wrong. It's like to get into the vibe, even if you don't feel it totally at the present time, but you will. It's like what I heard, which sounds crazy. If you feel in a bad mood, just smile and clap around you, and your body or your brain will recognize you're happy.
Oh, yeah, right. That's simple. By observing you smiling and clapping, that's funny. That's good.
Exactly.
That's a golden nugget right there.
Yeah, so for me, I realize it's been like gratitude for me has been a purely intellectual process, which makes total sense because I've been in such a masculine energy for so long. So this shift, yeah, it just makes sense that it's like finally connecting it to it at an emotional rather than an intellectual level. It's interesting. Can I add one other thing that was quite profound for me in the first week? So I've been doing, again, a lot of intellectual processes around vision, and I've got a lot of written documents that I've created over the years of like the life book course that I did and all this stuff. And in 2020, the last time I wrote something was 2020 when I was in Melbourne during the reign of Chairman Dan. And I went back and I looked at that document and I realized, holy crap, what I had written down about my life was like, it was about us getting out of that situation in lockdowns and that kind of thing, and what I wanted to be doing instead. And having left Victoria now in Queensland, I realized, oh my God, I've created exactly that. Like I've changed the work that I'm doing, that the house I'm living in, I'd kind of described it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm living in it. But what I realized is because I wrote that 4 years ago now, I've been a little bit stuck because that vision it's like because I haven't consciously thought about the next iteration, because I think what happened in that whole situation is I lost sight of long-term goals because you're kind of in this day-to-day existence. I'm only now starting to think beyond next month, next year, 5 years down the track. But what it made me realize was, holy crap, I manifested something that I wrote with such clarity 4 years ago, and I never looked at it again. But the power of that, of having that kind of written down, it's like, well, I created it. Imagine what I could create if I was consciously doing that every single day. And yeah, it just kind of blew me away. It's like, well, it's all there. It's all here. I'm living it.
I love that. So you basically you validated to yourself that writing down every day your clarity of vision actually already works.
Already works, but it was it was a small vision because it was like, I just want to get out of being in the world of COVID lockdowns. What it would that small step look like? And then I've kind of stayed in that. And it's like, so go bigger, go bigger.
Yeah, man. So was there a lot of emotion when you wrote that down
It
behind it?
was very descriptive. Like the house, there was a whole page on, so I have this exercise that I do quite regularly now. Like I've done it quite regularly called the perfect day. And what is the perfect day that I would live now in my current situation? But then what would be my ultimate perfect day if I was traveling and doing art and doing all this other stuff? Um, but I do it with like when I write it, I'm literally like, what do I see when I wake up? What is the room like that I walk through? Like in as much detail as possible. What is the work that I'm doing? What is the space that I'm sitting down? Like I described a room with plants on the back wall and a open door out onto a deck and a courtyard, and that's what I'm sitting in
Hmm.
Wow.
right now
Yeah.
with
Awesome.
palm trees in the garden, like that
Nice.
Yep.
detail.
Yeah,
So
man.
Yep.
I don't know, it
Perfect.
just kind of, yeah. So that's one of my things now is to now revisit that in various aspects of my life and just keep refining it. And what I find is that sometimes I'll, like now I've created it, it's like, well, I've created it, but this isn't actually what I want anymore. So
Yeah.
I need to consciously
Refine
recreate it to
it.
not get stuck in this as this is it.
Get bigger and bigger. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
same as vision boards. Like people, my friends poo-poo me, but I realized I've got a vision board on my wall. It's like, every single thing on that is in my life. Go bigger. Uh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
cool,
where's your
man.
book, Liz? Where's your book, mate?
There's your book right there, right? Escaping Chairman Dan.
yeah. Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. That's why we're here. That's why we got
Yep.
this farm. That's exactly
Yep.
the pathway we traveled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I am, I absolutely agree with that. You can definitely like do all this, get like real mojo about doing all this for a little period in your life, create all these documents and artwork and diaries, and then off experiencing, and then you're like, all right, I'm a bit bored again. I'm bored. I'm bored again. You know, next big
Next.
dream time.
Next.
You're in the dream time, man. We're all in the dream time. This is the dream time. This is the living dream time. That's what we're doing.
We're
And you know
dreaming a
what?
new world, right?
That's right. And and I reckon with like all the like things that Cam and I talk about and do, it's these tiny, tiny, tiny little containers that we create that just like, gosh, it's the real work, isn't it? Like you guys, it just like all of it works, like the connection and the learning and the shared wisdom and the healing and the journey and the friendship and the community. It all like comes together in these tiny little containers. It's like a metaphor of getting confused about having to be in this great grandeur service, where you're meant to be speaking to, a million people and but in actual fact, we do these sorts of things at this scale all the time, you know, and we all do it in our own lives. And how much more impactful is this sort of dynamic than like trying to go too big, you can't even take any action at all, trying to work it out always, trying to work it out always. It's always the how. But this is just like, here we all are, doing, being so simple, so easy, so gentle, so wise, so healthy, so
Mhm.
disciplined.
Change the world one person at a time, right?
I love it. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go and have your Friday night. And
Woohoo.
would anyone else like to say anything or share anything, last thoughts? Because that's been a beautiful hour. I've really appreciated hearing from everyone.
Yeah, it's been great.
Mhm. Oh, how do you do hearts? See,
Well,
that's
how do you do
two.
hearts?
Thanks again for
Yeah.
creating a
Someone
space.
let's do hearts. We should
You hit the
end on
react
hearts.
button, hit the react, and then the top heart.
Oh, how do you do it on the
Oh, it's a heart first.
Oh, that's so fun. I've never used that before.
Yeah, there's a top heart.
What a nice way to
look at
go
that.
out. What a nice way to go out.
The
I
love
love that.
face.
We'll do that every
Oh,
month,
there's rocket ships. Elon Musk is here.
Yeah.
every week. All right, every week we're going to end on hearts. I think that's really beautiful and perfect and excellent. I think I'm going to put a background on, give you guys some this background. I just think it'd be fun to see everyone all
Yeah, post it
sparkling
in
with
the group.
rainbows.
Yeah,
llama
and
corns, llama corn.
all right, I'll add a llama coin just for you, mate. And so we start our next session on Monday morning, guys. So it means you have an amazing weekend, and we'll do another week and see where it takes us all. See what little rocket ships of desire manifest around us.
Fucking
Beautiful,
manifest.
fun, magical people.
Rocket ship.
And I'm gonna do some of these techniques next week. I'm definitely going to do gratitude for myself. I wouldn't have thought about that for ages. Yep. All right, everyone. Well,
Awesome,
lots of
guys.
fucking love, hey? Lots
Yeah,
of fucking
man.
love.
Lots of love.
Much
You guys
love to you
are
all.
so much love. So much.
Thank you, Kelly
See you all
and
soon.
Campbell, for this.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Thank you. We
Have a
love
great
this.
weekend.
This
Have a
is
good one.
life. Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you, everyone. See you on
Bye-bye.
Monday.
Bye.